Hey, lady. Now, where is my... Okay, hold on, y'all. Hi. Hi, Lady Justice. What they talking about? They talking about nothing. That's what Kendrick Lamar say. What they talking about? They talking about nothing. And that's a fact. That's a fact. Oh, my sound is all the way up. Let me turn that down, because y'all know I'm loud anyway. Uh-oh. Hi, Tony Lawson. Hi, Lady K. Hey, Stacy Dotson. I don't want my phone to fall. I just ate, y'all. I ate me a salad. I'm going to post a picture in the sister circle. I just threw it together, and it looked pretty. Now I'm all full and like, I got to tell y'all what happened after I got off the live earlier. I have made a conscious decision again to stop getting fast food. I had stopped for a good while. Why is it still making noise? Come on now. You ain't supposed to be talking. Oh, there it is. Daggone it. I know you. I thought I turned my ringer off, but I didn't. Hey, Miss Jackie. Hi, Sugar. Hey, Ozella Boo. Hi, darling. I see you today, baby. Oh, what did I do? Oh, here. Y'all, Miss April's somewhat discombobulated today. What the heck? It's strange. Is it strange what people do for a little bit of change? Not really. Oh, let me get myself pulled up here, y'all. I came back because my lives when I'm driving, they don't do too well. I don't know why. And then I'll be all over I'm all over the place anyway, but score. Okay, let me see who's in the building. I'm in a silly ass mood, y'all. Should I cut up today, y'all? Should I cut up, Lady Justice? What you think? Because you're danged if you do and you're danged if you don't. Right? Hi, Dina Bailey. Y'all, you feel I should cut up today? All these mother swinging earth disturbers on YouTube. Slam, they think they earth disturbers. They ain't disturbing no earth over here, honey. Clock that T. It ain't strange what people do for a little bit of change and attention. I'm a firm believer. I spot an attention seeker like that. Guess why, though? Because I used to be one. But I really wasn't one of them attention seekers that thrived on getting negative attention. There are some people that are walking this earth and they're going to get some attention. Here's the thing. Here's the hit in all of that. Here it is. You can get positive attention or negative. We have a choice today. I never could quite put my finger on those that that thrive. They survive. They don't grow, in my opinion. But they thrive on negative attention. You know what I think, in my opinion, that is because their spirit is so fucked up. They got all kind of fucked up shit going on in here, in here. And they don't care. They want to disturb everybody. Here's for the people. It just don't have to be that way. Let them womp, 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 womp. Let them do what they do. If you can not allow it to disturb your peace, you are win. You win. You win. And when you really think about it, who are they to disturb your peace? What do they do for you? What? Do they pay your rent? Do they take care of your sick children when they sick? When a family member something, do they come to your rescue? Do they pray for you? Do they pay that light bill? Do they buy you your food on your table? Do they go to work for you and deal with the people you got to deal with on your job to get paid to live your life? Do they? Let me get in the chat. Oh, thank you, Lanson. Are you subscribed to my channel, darling? Thank you. I want to say thank you. I want to thank you. I can't do it, y'all. Let me try it. Nobody do it like Day. I want to thank you. See, I don't have the voice to do it. Hi, Dina Bailey. Hi, darling. All attention is not a good thing. Absolutely, Ozella. Baby, 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 baby. Let me pin you. Hey, broken, but I'm broken. Subscribe to my channel, Lanson. Sugar darling. And thank you for the beautiful compliment. That means a lot. And I do appreciate it. Not only do I appreciate it, I receive it. I receive it in here. Jaron, I hope you, because so many people will focus on the defects, you understand, in another person. That's because I feel, I'll always keep it on Miss April. I feel that they do that because they really don't see anything good in themselves. You understand? It's like they're looking in a mirror. They don't even realize they're looking in a mirror when they're saying that about someone, saying something derogatory or negative. You understand? And they don't even see themselves in the mirror, okay? They see everybody as themselves. And I thought this thought came to me. Why? I just have come to the straight slam conclusion. Some people are not living like Miss April lives. Some people live completely different than Miss April. That's the best way that I can put it. I look at your life as much as you display, and then I look at my life, which I see everything going on up in this camp, pretty much. And I say, why would I even consider being bothered? Why? Come on now. My life and your life. Your life, my life. Womp, 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 womp. Oh, wait, you said, you're welcome. Of course I'm to subscribe. Thank you, my darling. I appreciate you. I love how you said that. You like, of course. Come on, Miss April. Hi, Jaron. You're nice. I am nice. Maybe that's telling me to stay nice. Because today, look, I blanked out yesterday. I blanked all the way out. I'm one of those people, y'all, and I'm gonna tell y'all, but I'm gonna get to it. The F bomb was flying everywhere, every up a which way, down, round, and all over. I'm gonna tell y'all about it. Hi, Gloria Wiley. Who are you talking to? I don't know. I'm talking to you, Jaron. You're a nice person, darling. You said I was a nice person. I think you're a nice person. Hi, Aries for Life, beautiful. Happy Friday, Miss LaWanda. Miss LaWanda, did you get that? I tagged you in something. I want to know if you got it, if you saw it. Everyone, please don't forget to hit the like button. Thanks. Thank you, Broken, but I'm broken. As a matter of fact, see, I have to write stuff down, guys, because if I don't, I forget. I have short-term memory. I really do. So, and okay, yes. All right, guys, I just had to write something down so I don't forget. But anyway, guys, y'all know, you know, we see pretty much. I'm like a lot of people that I hear say, I only hear stuff when it's brought back and commentary is done on it. I have really stopped going to listen because I really don't care to listen. I'm one of those people. If I don't care to listen to you, I'm not going. I'm not doing it under no circumstance. I just, I'll go through a little phase of where let me just stop on in there and see. Even though I know nothing changes, nothing changes. You understand? Ain't nothing changed. So it's not like dire to me. And I'll be so caught up in what's going on here that I could care less, really, because it's the same old, same old. The same. What people the question is, y'all, is it strange to do things? Is it really strange what people do for a piece of change? A piece of it now. Change. Coins. I want to be so sarcastic, but I have self-control today. I wanted to do something on the camera, but I said, don't you dare do that, girl. Don't you do it. It is so, number one, it's so unnecessary. Number two, what is the point I would be trying to make? I know. And when I tell you I don't trust nobody, I really don't. Nah, I don't. And I'm never surprised. When I see certain things, I'm not surprised. And the way we are on here, how we can so loosely and so easily put each other down and, people, it's like a gutter, who can get the most gutter fest. When it's all said and done, what are you doing to get attention? Do you have to go above it? Do you have to, at what cost are you trying to gain attention? That's a question. That's the question of the day. Is it worth it? Let me search it. Find out how hard I got to work it. It's your... If you got a big, let me search it and find out how hard I got to work it. Hi, Be More Native. Be More Native. Be More Native. You just do your thing. Do your thing. After y'all read Be More Native's post, nothing else should be said about anything. Nothing. Shit. Michelle P. Hey, baby. I've been in a mood, y'all, since yesterday. Michelle P. Hi, baby. Christine Foot. Hi, beautiful. Anywho, let me give you a little um, paint the picture of what happened. I had to talk to the, y'all know I live in an apartment. That's not no, excuse me. That's not a secret. And nor do I, it's not going to be a secret. You can docs find out how much I pay, whatever. I don't give a fuck. You ain't paying the rent. What, you don't understand what I'm saying? I don't care. Long as I'm living, you understand? Long as I'm living my life, your life. Shall we compare? Anywho, so I was talking to the rent office, y'all. I'm in a silly mood. I'm like a real weird giddy, because my yesterday, you know how Miss April, she goes along, like Disney World. I see the deer and the antelope and the Bambi and sun shining and everything so sweet and cute. Well, yesterday I was talking to the rent office, and I'm not going to get into detail, but I ended up, and I love her. She's the assistant manager of that's who I talk to. She understands. She gets Miss April. She knows when I'm passionate about something. I don't hardly call them unless I really, really need them. Me and John are so low maintenance, okay? But something had transpired, and when I tell you, it sent me insane, and I blanked out on her. I completely, I said, that's what the fuck I'm talking about. You fucking hire these fucking people that don't do a motherfucking thing. Blah, blah, blah. This is how I'm talking to her, y'all. And I said, but you're fucking raising the rent every year. What the fuck is this about? The rent is going up, but the amenities is for shit. It's getting worse and fucking worse. And then I said, you know what? Let me get off this phone, honey, because I am done. I said, I'm so fucking pissed right now, I can't even think straight, and I don't want to give this to you. So let me hang this fucking phone up so I can get my fucking shit together. She said, no, honey, no, don't hang up. I said, yes, I am. Because I didn't want to keep giving it to her. Because I was past the point of control. I was beyond control. That anything was coming out my mouth. The F this out, crazy. And I didn't want to give it to her. I still had enough sense to not want to give it to her because it wasn't her. You understand? So she wouldn't let me get off the phone. And so I calmed myself down. So that's what started that tangent for Miss April. So I go to the, after I got off the live earlier, I'll get in the chat in a minute. I go up there and they told me my car didn't need service. I had got a text. So I immediately, as soon as I got the text, I called them and said, it's saying to come up to get the tires rotated, whatever, oil change. So I'm going up there. This is part of what I pay for. And plus, I was thinking I'm getting ready to take a trip. So I need to, well, y'all saw when I got up there and he looked into the system and he said, well, it's really, you got like 5,000 more miles before you really need to get it done. He said, so we can do it. And I said, well, if it doesn't need it, I said, but I'm getting ready to take a trip. So we got all that straight. So after I got off the live with y'all, because I don't know what was going on with it. Something was wrong. Something just wasn't flowing. But I was hungry. So I stopped at Biscuitville. I haven't been to Biscuitville in a long, 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 long time. Y'all know I took y'all there with me a couple times. So I ordered the Nashville hot French fries. It got all this cheese and ranch, and my mouth was ready. So when I got in a cherry turnover, so when I got the bag, I noticed it was kind of small, but it was heavy. And so I thought that they had the French fries and their steak fries. I thought it was in a little container. So I went to lift the cherry thing, but I really didn't look in the bag. So I got all the way home. Got all my stuff, sat down, washed hands, and got prepared to. And I pulled the cherry turnover out, and the damn, it was a biscuit, a Nashville hot biscuit. This was, and I was hungry. Now I'm hangry. I just said, calmed myself down, calmed myself, got my keys, walked to my back downstairs to my car because I remember I left my receipt in there. They charged me like $7 more for this meal and gave me a biscuit. Okay? So I go get the receipt. I got the number and I called them. I said, you guys gave me the wrong order. And she said, oh, I'm sorry. Like, and then really didn't go into saying I'll do this and do that. So I took it upon myself to tell her I'll be right back up there and I just want my money back. Hungry as I was, y'all, because now I'm just disgusted. How you get a biscuit and a thing of French fries mixed up? Come on, man. This is not McDonald's. So I ride back up there. So they couldn't believe. She said, asked me like 3 times. Now I start getting irritated. She said, so what you're telling me is you just want your you want your money back. You don't want us to make you. I said, no, I don't want the food, baby. I just want my money back because I'm irritated. I'm I'm perturbed. So I don't even want to, no, I don't. Now I'm not being ignorant or nothing. I wasn't ignorant on the phone or anything. Then she asked me, she said, so you don't want us to make you some one of those orders and then give you your money back? I said, ma'am, all I want is, my brother's like, you crazy. I said, all I want is my money back. I don't want the meal. I didn't even touch what y'all gave me, which they should have said, no, keep that. You understand? But they took the bag and everything. And I just wanted to let them know I didn't eat nothing, touch nothing in here. Because I bet you I can hear them saying, she probably ate it, just want a free meal. You know how they think we do, So, got my money back. I go across the street to AJ Deli. I said, and I look, I'm one of them sarcastic bitchs. I could be a bitch, yes. So I don't get too offended when people call me that. I might not be acting that way when they call me that, but I've been known to myself to be one. So I said, no, honey, I'm just going to take my change and I'm going to go over to AJ Deli. I may even do a review. I don't know yet. That's how I talk, right? I'm just terrible. I'm a beast. Reviews make a difference because that's the first thing I read when I go into a restaurant. I check out the reviews, even if I've been there before. I want to see where they at, okay? In the review thing. And what I had stopped doing fast food, really I had. So I go over to AJ Deli. I ordered and that, by the way, that meal from Biscuitville came to like $15 for a thing of fries, covered Nashville hot fries. They had Nashville hot chicken and stuff on it, and a turnover. I don't care. I go over to AJ Deli. I order it's called a crunch salad. It had chicken on it, fried, boiled egg and lettuce and cheese and tomato and honey mustard dressing. It took them about 20 minutes to make it, right? If they even made it. So I get that home. That cost 15 and some change. I get it home. The tomatoes were so soggy. They look like they had been sitting in the tomato, when you cut the tomatoes and they in the juice for a couple days. Fuck. That pisses me off. I'm thinking about it. Let me vent, y'all. So I'm talking to my daughter. I scraped the tomatoes instantly in the garbage. Now, I start instantly getting phobic, like, this lettuce, I looked at the people working there and they didn't look too, one guy come out doing like this with his nose. So I'm like, oh God, why did I see that? So now I'm already skeptical. So I said, okay, this is what I'll do. I got my own lettuce. I looked at it, was terrible. All it had on it was a piece of, looked like a chicken tender, and the chicken tender was stale. It was fucking old, y'all, because I could tell the way it wasn't even hot or nothing. And it had little spots on it. I'm looking, I said, so first I took it off. Got the salad out the refrigerator. I instantly went into fix this mode. So I washed my lettuce. My lettuce is looking pretty, and I got the picture. I'm gonna show y'all the salad I made. So now the $15 is down the drain because I'm not eating this salad. The salad looked old, looked like it ain't been washed or nothing. For $15, give me a salad. It had that chicken on it, a half of a boiled egg. Them some bitches couldn't even give me one egg. A half of a boiled egg, and I'm going to do a review. That's what I do. I'm the review queen. I need to be one of them review people that go around town trying shit and then telling y'all what it's about. I need to do that job. So the cheese on it was a little sprinkle of cheese, and it was fucking melted. Why is the cheese melted? Let me vent, y'all. Why is the cheese melted and the fucking chicken cold? Why? But I'm not thinking, no, I'm venting right now. But I'm in fix it mode then. So I took the chicken off, put it on my clean, pretty lettuce, and I start looking at that, and I said, this shit don't look right. So I threw that away. I fortunately had pepperoni, sandwich pepperoni, some honey cracked pepper turkey, and some Colby Jack cheese I had just purchased yesterday from the deli. So I went into fix-it mode, chopped that up, sprinkled it on top of my salad. I had a beautiful, I buy nothing but vine-ripe tomatoes. I had one of those in the refrigerator, chopped that up, put it on there. I hurried up and quick boiled 3 eggs, okay? Boiled them, halved them up, and gave myself 2 eggs. Why didn't I do that from the beginning? Why did I go spend that money? So I'm $14 either way, Biscuitville to AJ Deli. I'm out of that money, which it's okay. It's okay. I'm not crying about the money, y'all. I just say don't do it no more. That's your fault. They didn't make you come here. They did not make you come here. Yeah, Saban Khan, last thing you want to pay $15 and get food poison. Clock that T, man. Ooh, you talking what I'm saying. The tomatoes, I haven't seen tomatoes. I know what tomatoes look like when they're in the, and when they bought it out, it was so light. All it had was those sogged up tomatoes. They was diced up. Ugh, I'm about to puke. 1/2 of a boiled egg and that chicken and a little dabble of cheese. That was it. And a little tiny cup. $15. So, okay, and I just dumped it right in the trash. I will be writing a review, and I'll say, and that's why I'm going back into hibernation of ordering out, because I don't care. You people are getting people's money, and you're giving people crap. So it seems like I've been dealing with that for the last couple of days with the rent office. And she's so sweet, y'all. She rode by in a little golf cart when I was coming in the house. She said, hey, Miss April. I said, hey, baby. She said, I'm working on that, and pointed up to the house, the patio. I'm working on that. She's good. I love her because she do understand me. She understands I'm so nice. I'll give them a good review. Like I called on there and tell them maintenance did a wonderful job. Thank you. And I don't call them often. We've been here 6 years. 6 years. And really, John wants to get a house. I don't. Because I know what entails at getting a house. I just, I don't know why I don't at this juncture. But, it's never too late until you're gone. That's what I also know. Let me get in the chat. So that's been the kind of stuff that's happened. That's nitpicky stuff, guys. But it got me in one of them kind of moods. Well, let's go all the way with this thing. Let's run it. Since you feeling like this, April, let's run it. 1/2 of an egg. What are you trying to get your customer? Right. I should have took a picture of it, y'all. And I am going to write a review. I really am. Because shame on you. Shame on you. I will never go back there again. It's a done deal. Not go back there. Not. And matter of fact, they're fairly new right there. I said, well, let me go on over and try AJ Deli, and that was an even bigger disappointment than Biscuitville. And the sweet girl at Biscuitville said, well, I was on break. I said, baby, it is not your fault. It's not your fault, and I'm not saying it's your fault. I just don't want. I'm turned off. When I had to drive all the way back up here and burn my gas, I'm done. I don't even want the food. Hungry as I was. That's how I am, guys. I'm just some people, like my brother said, I would have took that food. And maybe on another day I might have, but today just was one of them days where no, just give me my money. I don't want nothing from y'all. Y'all just turned me off. That's how I am in every aspect of my life. You either turn me on or turn me off. You turn me off, you can't get past a brick. You understand? I don't care what you talking. You ain't getting past nothing. Okay. Hi, Riri. I would sue them. I know. Look, they be having the right one with Miss April Saban Khan, because I am one of those people. I am a review queen. I believe firmly in writing reviews. Those reviews, if enough people write reviews, they will have to change their stuff. People are so busy and caught up in life that they'll be like, oh, that was that time it happened. You got to be vigilant on that, because this is your money. This is your hard-earned money that you are giving these people. They want your money, they're going to do right. Stale chicken. It was cold. The chicken was hard. I said, what is this? I'm not even calling the store. And the girl at the register was like, do you want your receipt? I said, yes, ma'am. Ugh, let me read what y'all saying. Good morning, Sandra McKinney. Hi, Ro. Let me see who else. Hi, Roti Queen. Hit the like button, guys. Oh, you guys are good. I got 39 people watching, 41 likes. Clock that T. My nephew wants to do a live today. I had so much going on yesterday. Hi, kitty lover. I get Let me see what you said over here. Yes, Saban Khan, I was done. YouTube has been bad to me. They never send me notifications of your live. You might have to go in, unsubscribe, and then resubscribe. And that's because usually when I'm not getting notifications, I have to go back in and turn that notification bell black. You get notified of everything. But sometimes you have to unsubscribe and resubscribe. Okay, my darling? But I love seeing you here. I get happy. I really do, Saban. And you got good conversation. Conversation is, guys, people think that when it comes to intimacy, that it's just the wham bam, go right for it. It's not that, guys. Conversation is the key to communication, conversation, to so many things, areas in our lives, and even in the area of intimacy. Because you can talk wrong or have no communication, and that thing people have divorced because of that. You understand? No conversating or no understanding of one another's needs and things like that. And then conversation attracts people if you have good conversation. That's why I said, people, you could be a roaster. Like I said, there is such thing as people being good at roasting. But when you hear someone downing a person's family and downing them, or making fun of people's weaknesses, or not so much weaknesses, but things that they didn't have any control over, you understand, and try to say hurtful things. That's not roasting, dumbass. You dumbasses. That's not fucking funny, and it's not roasting. Get some fucking intellect about your stupid ass self. Oh my God, did I just say that? Yes, the fuck I did. It is not roasting. It's not funny. It's like a bully saying some stuff, and because you like the bully and you want to be on the bully's team, because you probably scared of the bully, you think the shit is funny. It's not funny. It's ignorance. It's pure ignorance. Where's your fucking intellect at? You think that's funny? Roasting has I'm telling you guys, it's easy to talk about someone's um, deceased loved one. It's easy to talk about someone's child that has a disability. It's easy to talk about someone that can't, quadriplegic, paraplegic. It's easy to make and poke fun at that. And it's a no-brainer. You don't have to use your intellect or your wit. Okay? You don't. Calling people whores, bees, stuff, that doesn't take intellect. And it's not funny. To me, it's not. This is my personal opinion, and I'm allowed to have it. Now, I'm not saying that I haven't laughed, but if you're on a live and you call yourself roasting somebody and I hear 15 million bitches, that shit, what is funny about that? It sounds like to me you are angry and you put the dukes up. You might tell them to come bring it. Because you're beyond any kind of thinking. Now it's just, you understand? Does that make sense? To somebody, I just don't think there's no intellect in it. Let me look that word up. I can do that. I thought about it. I said, I could do that. You know? Now, when you pick a person to roast that specific, you're roasting people that don't even know you, ain't got nothing to do with you. And you're doing it because you think it's hurting the person you're directing it to. No intellect, no wisdom. You're really not funny. But if they like it, guess what we do? We love it. Anything strange for a piece of change. Puh. I know why y'all don't like Miss April. What you gonna do about it? Come see me. Come see me. Just like you can talk, so can I. No more doing anything strange for a piece of change. In this house, no more of that. Ain't got to. Attention seeking? Nah, don't need it. This is enough for me. Hold on, y'all. Yeah, Miss Tony Lawson, I always check my food. I'm not buying anything out. I'm going back into hibernation. Because even when you buy stuff from the grocery store, guys, even deli meats and anything, people sneezing and it's just the way of the world. It's just the way of, hi, love thyself. But I just don't think there's any intellect in making fun of someone's, you're just doing that to try to hurt the person. You understand? Because you're hurt. And you want everybody around you to hurt, you earth disturber. You ain't even good at disturbing the earth. Half of it be, you're mad because, you ain't got the, when people get angry, I heard somebody say this, people get mad at other people when they mess their good thing up. Why you mad at me? I ain't say nothing. I ain't do nothing to you but be good. When a person has been nothing but good to you and you want to say every manner of evil against them, you have no intellect. Something's wrong with you. And it can get fixed. You understand? We all get a chance. We all got a chance. Okay? Hi, Roro. Oh, 46 watching. Ah, yeah. Like Kendrick Lamar say, I'm gonna put this in here. Oh no, because I monetized it. Daggone it. I shouldn't have monetized it. Hi, Gloria Wiley. I think you're the nicest person I meet today. I'm being kind of sarcastic today. Look, my hand itching, y'all. I'm being a little sarcastic today because I feel like it. You know, I get in like that little mood sometime where I'll be like, shut up. What you talking? You ain't talking about nothing. You ain't talking about nothing. But you know what? Oh, here it comes. I just heard it. I just heard it. Ooh, I just got some backlash. Y'all, listen. God don't never let me get away with nothing. He don't. Because guess what I just heard? Shite, man. I'm mad. I just heard this in my spirit, y'all. You was laughing at it at one time. You thought it was funny at one time. But I don't honestly, let me correct that. But I did think at one time some people were funny. And guess what? They can still be funny. Their delivery and everything. But when you talk about people that have nothing to do with you, and because you're trying, you're not roasting, you're trying to hurt people. That's the thing I'm saying. You trying to hurt people, but it doesn't work. It doesn't. With most people, they're just gonna, especially like this. All they're gonna do is come back with a better roast, and that's what I pretty much see. They come back with a better, more intellectual roast. I'm an intellectual roaster. You just can't cuss a person out and think it's funny. Anybody can cuss anybody out, y'all. I can cuss my mother, who was a devout Christian. If she went there in her flesh, could have cussed somebody out. That is not. You understand? So I be like, what's this about? It's about the intellect. Be so good with it that you really ain't got to touch on their deceased loved ones and their crippled children, stuff like that. You don't have to touch on that. You just don't. That's just my intake. You understand? Because it reminds me of, I would love to see a intellectual roasting battle, and where the people that are judging, you have specific things you're judging people on and specific things that you're taking off to give them minuses. Like if they constantly are saying B, ho, 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 whore, those get minuses. But when or if you talk about this is off limits, that's off limits, and if you bring that up, then you get minuses. The things that get points is when you specifically pinpoint that person and hit them with their truth to where they may even laugh. You understand? Think about it, y'all. Think about it. Because all that other stuff is just what it is. Hi, Stacy Dotson. It is what it is. And I get like weary of it. I back off. Sometimes I pull back. If you don't see me, I'm chilling. Because I don't even like it's too much. Because you can get so engrossed and caught up in that your life is passing you by. You're missing what you really should be focused on. That's crazy. Can't be me. And it's happened with me before. And I pulled back. I said, oh God, no, no, no. Hey, Tommy. Hi. Like you, I love when you do your dancing. You play the best music. You are such a old soul. Like you're young, but you got the music. You got some roots, honey. Some deep roots of respect for your mom and your dad. You love their music. You were like my oldest daughter. You remind me of her, and my youngest too. They're like old souls. They're mature in that area. You understand what I'm saying, and you understand the quality of that music. Tommy, I really enjoy when you be dancing. And honey, even when you drinking and dancing and talking, but them songs that you play, don't nobody play music and songs like you do, Tommy. So don't ever stop. In my opinion, don't ever stop playing those songs because they do something for the soul. They do something for you. They do something for Miss April. I love when I just run by and I hear and you have one of them songs on. It just do something to me. It like brings me to life. Clock that T, boo. I just wanted to tell you that. I'm glad I seen you here, baby. I adore you. You know, look, what I was not letting anything come between our YouTube friendship because I value it. Because I see you. I see you. I see your spirit. I see who you are. You understand me? And when a person has values, for real, they have values and you have values, they connect. Those values connect. You understand what I'm saying? I don't care. Everybody says effed up stuff. We all do. Miss April do. And Miss April had to correct her. So when you thought it was funny at one time, that's like me getting a boyfriend, head over heels for this ninja. We break up, he do something effed up, and now he's every little thing in everything. He's every worst thing I could think. But what about? I had people have reminded me, but you went with him. You liked him when you liked him. Why is it like that now? Maybe I was being fake. Fake, fake, fake. Maybe I was delusioned. Who knows? Who knows? Hi, my kitty lover in the building. Let me see what y'all saying. I got to scroll all the way down. But yeah, I do. I honestly think, the roasting, some people are very good at it. Y'all want me to name who I think is very good at roasting in our sector? Good at it. Now let me say this. Let me be fair. Let me be fair. Everybody has a way that they do something that is different than another person's, okay? And it might catch your ear. You understand? They might have a way that they present that roast. It's not so much what they're saying out of their mouth, but it's how the presentation, the timing, that kind of thing. So when you look at all those factors, then I have to be fair. Okay, let me just correct myself. Now, personally, like I said, with the deceased and the making fun of the children and things like that, that's just messed up. I don't think that those things should. But when you're roasting, there's all fair in love and war. That's what they say. All's fair in love and war. You know. It's just ask yourself, April, what would you do? Because I have nothing to do with anybody else. But people do strange things for a little piece of change. Now I'm sticking to that. I am sticking to that for a little bit of change. It is not worth the effort or the energy. You understand? Or the change. It's a no. This is where it is. Now, if you make it big on here, now let me say this. One time bringing Roz up. Roz built her channel. Roz is paid on YouTube. Out of anybody in this sector that I personally have seen, she's paid. That's why people so crazy. But why, y'all? You can get it too. Don't hate, congratulate. Why do we do that? We should want everybody to win, especially our this. She earned it. You didn't give it to her. The people that are hating on her, you didn't give it to her. So why are you so angry about that? And that's exactly what it is. You could say whatever you want to say. You are angry that she is successful in her channel. And if I believe that putting some more in or continuing, it will be more and more and more. But she came up bam. It's like she started the ball rolling. And people are so angry about that. Roz literally started opened the door for many of us. Many of us. Say I'm lying. No, I'm not. I ain't nothing slow about me. I might be a little naive on things, but ain't nothing slow. Nothing. I'm very observant on things. To me, to have the HATE, the hate for it, or the jealousy or the envy, that is such a low vibrational view of your own personal self. It has nothing to do with her. It is how you view you. Because if you were confident and a lot feeling yourself and self-aware and saw your gifts and your beauty and your blessings, everybody's blessings are not the same. You understand? God has a barn, what do they say? Storerooms for specific individuals. God has my own personal individual blessings. When he gives me my blessings, I give, you understand? But they're mine, that he has specifically given me. Why would people be angry and envious of that when they could have their own? They got their own, they just ain't tapped into it. And it's sad. You're sad. It's because you don't see it. You choose the weak way. You choose the low vibrational way of being envious and jealous and hateful and spiteful and mean. Why do you choose that way? Why do you look at your life and think you're so unworthy that you got to choose that route in your life? Why? When God, look at his word. He promises it good to everyone. Don't blame her. Don't get mad at her. Get mad at God if you want to get mad at somebody. And you can't even do that because he got yours waiting for you, but you more than likely you'll never obtain them. More than likely, never. Because you're too caught up with somebody else's individual life. You ever hear people say, get a life? I say, get your life. Get your life. Because you should have one. You got one. I don't care what's happened to us in life. Childhood traumas, you can heal from those things. You don't have to carry them into your adulthood. Grow up. See I tell my daughters, you deserve the best. You deserve the best relationship. It took me years to understand that. It took me years to see that, guys. And the more as time goes on in my life, the more I see it, stronger and stronger every single day, what I deserve as a child of God. His promises. I stand on his promises. Let me talk the right thing. And that's just the way it is. And like I said, let me look up this word. Intellect refers to the power or faculty of the mind by which one knows or understands, encompassing the ability to reason, think, and acquire knowledge. Hold on. Hold on, guys. An intellectual person, an intellectual is a person who has a lot of knowledge and prefers to think about things on abstract or theoretical level rather than a practical one. Okay? Hold on. What is the true meaning? It says, what is the true meaning of intellect? The power of knowing as distinguished from the power to feel and to will. Listen, guys, the capacity for knowledge, the capacity for rational or intelligent thought, especially when highly developed. A person with great intellectual powers. Who here views themselves intellectually? That is when I tell you intellect is such a vibe, it is so sexy. That's one of my biggest turn on, y'all. Oh my goodness. Intellect. I love it. Ooh la la. As my sister would say. Oh, wait a minute, y'all. Oh my God, I'm so silly. Hold on. I'm going to read y'all comments, I promise. Oh, I got a little bit of time. Okay, hold on. One more. Unintellect. Hold on, y'all. It says unintelligent. This word means lacking intelligence or understanding. The word, while not in common usage, suggests a person who is not intellectual or who does not engage in intellectual pursuits. This refers to the ability, no, that's intellect. I'm talking about hold on. What does it mean when someone lacks intellect? Intellectual disability, listen guys, and then I'm going to get, hi Tip, hi Teresa Dallas. I'm going to read y'all comments in a minute, and I'm almost out of here. Intellectual disability is a condition that limits intelligence and disrupts abilities necessary for living independently. Ooh, clock that T, let me read it again. Clock that T, let me read it again. Clock that T, let me read it again. You ready? Like to hear it? Here it go. Listen. What does it mean when someone lacks intellect? You ready? Okay. Intellectual disability is a condition that limits intelligence and disrupts abilities necessary for living independently. Signs of this lifelong condition appear during childhood. Most people with this will need some degree of assistance throughout their lives. Most people with this will need some degree of assistance throughout their lives. unintellectual. Do y'all know anybody like that? Y'all know any purple people? What is the word for no intellect? Brainless, deficient, dense, dotish, empty-headed, foolish, half-witted, idiot, embellic, insane, meaningless, mindless, moronic, not intelligent, pointless, senseless, simple-minded, slow, thick-headed, unthinking, witless. Ooh, ooh, no intellect. Tell me, I don't know what I'm talking about, and I don't know what I see. I know what I see. Shite. Mushy yuck. Kitty Lover said mushy yuck. Oh, hell no, throw it in the trash. I did, Riri. I threw that salad in the trash. I was so disgusted. I looked at the chicken. I put it to the camera. I told my daughter, look at this chicken. It got spots on it. It was like a chicken tender. It was gross. Love thyself. Hi, Nomadic Life. Last thing you, okay, right. I'm so glad you guys agree with me on that salad. That thing, I'm glad I'm not the only one. Kitty Lover said projection. People may make negative comments to project their insecurities or feelings onto others. By making negative comments, they may feel like they are deflecting attention away from their flaws. That is a fact. Kitty Lover, you know why I know that's a fact? Because I have done that before. I have done it. Thank God that I was able to see it within myself, because awareness precedes change. It wasn't something I did on a regular basis. Some people do it more, some people do it less. But I recognized it. And I said, oh, this is not a trait that I want, because it doesn't benefit me. I want things that's going to benefit and improve my life on a daily basis. And all you got to do, look at where you were 2 or 3 years ago. I used to think, dang, I haven't gotten anywhere. That's not true. That's not true. We grow mentally, spiritually, and physically. Mentally, spiritually, and physically. Okay? That's good, Kitty Lover. That's another live, honey. It was the tomatoes. They were disgusting. Gwen said, Miss April, my Uber driver is cracking up. Hell yeah, you know I ain't playing. Speak, Miss April. Yeah, you hear that about that intellect? I got a girl, look. Discernment? What? So that's why I don't respond to a lot of stuff. My discernment is very keen today. I ain't got to respond. I see it is what it is. It is what it is. So when I see what it is, what? Sometimes I might even pray, oh, Lord Jesus, help him, Jesus. Because I know you're headed for self-destruction. Remember that song, y'all? You're headed for self-destruction. Them songs is real. People wrote songs like that. If you don't believe it's a song, it's an old song from back in the day. YouTube it. You're headed for self-destruction. Matter of fact, guess what? Let me do this thing. I'm on one today. I am on one. I'm on one. The song, You're Headed for Self-Destruction. Self-destruction. Please don't let it be me, God. In the name of Jesus. I mean that with everything. I'm about to pray in the tongue when I get up off of here. I'm laughing, but I'm dead serious. Okay. Is this the song? It says Heavy D, Chuck D. Oh, I'm going to get in trouble. Hold on. Let me turn my thing down. Look it up, y'all. Listen to the words of that song. And I'm gonna trim that out of there because I want this to be monetized. It's a song. They look. It was Heavy D, Kumo D, MC Light, Doug Fresh, Jess Ice, BDP, Sonic. This song was from 13 years ago, 1989. You're headed for self-destruction. Listen to the words of what they saying. Ain't nothing changed. Ain't nothing changed but the faces. Ain't nothing changed but the faces. Sheena B! Sheena B! That's why I keep saying they headed for self-destruction. You remember that song? Somebody headed, I just pray it ain't me. Don't let it be me, Jesus. That's my concern. That's why I say, oh Lord, that's why when I was talking, guys, oh, thank you, my beautiful ass granny. That's so sweet. I like when it popped up like that. It made me go, almost made my mouth drop a little bit like, what? Thank you, darling. But, Granny, you remember that song, Headed for Self-Destruction? When I was talking, guys, and that's why, listen, my focus, y'all, my focus. It's like God doesn't allow me, he only allows me to go but so far. And I believe for the reason for that is because it will not mean me any good. You understand? And he knows that I want to keep my heart and stuff right. It's not, it's a doable thing. Like you can roast on here, you know, people can go back and forth, but it's how does it affect your heart and that toward other people, for real. You feel what I'm saying? We have to keep our heart free and clear from any of that foul stuff, because you got to think about it. The people that are giving us that foul, nasty, demonic stuff, they want misery loves company. They wanted us to become that. You understand? And then it'll be detrimental to me. So let me, like I said, when God with discernment, when you have a keen discernment, we all have a level of discernment, every single one of us. Some people's gifted with a strong, keen discernment. Strong, it's a gift. I used to feel it was a curse because I was like, man, Mom. But like I said, I won't respond certain kind of ways because I see that thing for exactly what it is. And I know that I know that I know that I know. Because not only that, guys, because I've seen it in my own life. The experiences. You understand? And like I said, I'm more concerned today with keeping my heart clear. You know, if you can do it and it doesn't cause your heart to get dark, have at it. But if it does that, not good. Not good for you. Period. And that's just the truth of the matter. Like Granny will bring, she explains and breaks down things so articulate. Let me look that word up. And I'm getting ready to get off, guys. What time is it? Oh, it's only 1:45. 2. Articulate. I love these words. They're like, I used to read a lot. Articulate, intellectual. It doesn't, you know, a person that can roast with intellect, their channel can go very, very far. Why you see, you understand what I'm saying? Not even just necessarily that. Here's the definition of articulate. What does it mean to be articulate? Being articulate means having the ability to express oneself clearly and effectively, both in speech and writing. I'm very good at writing. Being articulate in writing, I've been told that for years and years and years. Speaking, because of the chemicals, because it's the truth, y'all. Miss April, it ain't funny. I'm not laughing at the situation, but because I know it's the truth. You understand? And I'm still grateful that I still have what I have. It's like a miracle. That's how I view it. Like, girl, for you to even have what you got, because you did some brain damage, baby. You did some. Yes, ma'am. I had to go all to the 10th power. Okay, let me read it again. My bad. Being articulate means having the ability to express oneself clearly and effectively, both in speech and writing, using a fluent and coherent style. Granny displays that when she's talking, breaks it down. Not only does she have the articulation, she has great insight. Not only does she have great insight, she has a heck of a memory. You understand? Blessed. Those are blessings. Memory. You understand? So I see things in people. I can see those things. It doesn't take a rocket scientist to see those. You see what you see and you know what it is. Like I said, and that's why Miss April sometimes respond to what? Respond to who? What? Who? Please. But sometimes I will pop out. Sometimes. Very rarely, but when I feel like it. And even when I pop out, it don't even be all like that. Look, the little bit I say will get people crazy. You understand? You danged if you do, you danged if you don't. And I just don't find it necessary because I look at it like this. My focus is me elevating, getting better spiritually, mentally, physically. But spiritually and mentally, that's goals for Miss April. And I feel that people that aren't there, that's their cross to bear, okay? I've bared my crosses, and I'm bearing my own crosses. I'm not bearing theirs. I can't, This is my life, how I'm living, and this is how they living. Which one would I choose? Oh my God. Boop. Boop. All right, listen to that song. Please. You're headed for self-destruction. Listen to that song. I told you guys who it's by. Oh my goodness, Ask Granny. April, I really sent 10. Oh, Ask Granny. You are so precious. I don't know what happened. And Granny, you don't have your Cash App on your page. You know how when you click more, I went in there and didn't see it. That's just a heads up. You know how when you click on the information on someone's page? Oh, let me tell y'all this before I get off. Thank you, Granny. Ask Granny. Guys, I was playing around with my banner on my YouTube page. And the one I had on there got lost in the shuffle. I don't know where it's at. I am so distraught about that. And it takes me so much to make another one. I'm like, oh. And because that was not my intentions to keep that, just the April Love thing up there. Excuse me. I am so distraught. I'm not distraught, but I am. You understand? I'm determined to find it. It got to be somewhere because that's my title thing, my banner. I'm like, where's my banner? Okay, let me see. Hey, everyone fighting with phone trying to do what it want to do. Oh, hi, classy lady. When they go low, I take them to a place they never, ever heard of before. Be more native, and you do it very, very, very well. That's why I said, if we would read your post, and I like every single one of them. I just want you to know that I don't comment on every single one, but I like every single one. If we read those, we wouldn't have to go. I don't go need to go no. Like you told me the other day, Miss April, I got it, and you do. I leave it to the big dog. I leave it to the ones who do it the best. Okay, I ain't got it twisted today. This water is so cold and good. But yeah, guys, I did a cuss out yesterday. I went off, and I haven't done that in a while. The F bomb was flying up and off, bouncing off these walls. I was back through my back room to the front, and I knew. Listen, at least I didn't know I was out of control, because it hits me like that. That's why I told you guys, I'm the type. I'll go from 0 to 10 like that, and I went from I don't understand to that's what the fuck I mean. And I told her, let me get off this phone because I need to calm down because I don't want to give you this. Okay? Because I knew she didn't deserve it. And you understand what I'm saying? And even if she did deserve it, calm yourself, April, because you ain't going to get nothing done. If you keep up here, it's not going to get resolved. So chill for yourself. And she was like, no, wait, just, I was like, I got to get off of here because I'm pissed. That's my favorite word. I'm irritated. I'm pissed. Love thyself. Hey, public salads are good. Yes, they are. You're absolutely right. That's where I should have went. Actually, the stuff I got to make a salad, I'm going to put it in the sister circle because I just quickly, I should have showed the salad I bought. And I did close it and put it in the top of the garbage, so I might get it out just to show y'all how raunchy it was. It was raunchy, terrible. $15. Oh my goodness, people, the audacity of these restaurants anymore, I don't understand. I bet you if people boycott it, you understand, they would stop doing that. If enough people complain about, especially because they're not raising minimum wage at all, hardly. But everything is going up. So you want my money? Come on, man. Come on. Make it make sense. April, you can't change what you don't acknowledge. Kitty lover. That's why I said awareness precedes change. Guess what I believe, kitty lover? I believe there are some that get little epiphanies or little glimpses or little warnings that's what should take place, but they are so far gone and they are so caught up that they won't. I believe that as well. But you're right. If you don't acknowledge it, it will never change. And I'm only responsible for this one right here changing. Absolutely. I could talk about it though. Riri said, right, I can't listen to that mess. Yeah, man. Some of that stuff, putting it in your spirit, it's so demonic. It is so evil and demonic, yo. I'm telling you. And just like restaurants, they want our business. You understand? I'm not, like some people go to watch so they can have a reaction back. I understand that. And apparently you can deal with that. But to listen to that, no. Every single day, I'm talking the foul stuff. Some people are so gutter low and so low vibrational, even if it's funny, yo, it ain't funny. And like I said, what is so funny? What could possibly be so funny or about someone's deceased relative? What is, even if you said it in a funny way, what is funny about that? What is funny about making fun of somebody's child that got shot 5 to 6 times and is still living, by the way. That's the rejoicing right there. Still living and surviving and getting better, because that you can that's almost unimaginable. You understand? Jesus, fix it. What is so fun that mm-mm, no, nobody will ever. That's Remember what I told you. Let me say it one more time and I'm off. Unintellectual. Let me read it one more time. Let me read it one more again. One more again, y'all. What does it, and then I'm closing with this. What does it mean when someone lacks intellect? Let me scroll all the way. I can't. What does it mean? I'm going to read this and leave this with food for thought. What does it mean when someone lacks intellect? Intellectual disability is a condition that limits intelligence and disrupts abilities necessary for living independently. Signs of this lifelong condition appear during childhood. Most people with this will need some degree of assistance throughout their lives. It's just that way, y'all. What does lacks intellect mean? Stupid, foolish, not endowed with a mind of intelligence. Ooh, they be hardcore. They don't bite their tongue. They do not bite their tongue, do they? Wait a minute. Oh, let me see what this says. How to tell if someone lacks intelligence. They lack empathy. They don't change their minds often. They don't know what they don't know. I'm done. Let me get out of here. I'm done. No more. I'll maybe do part 2 on this. That's a whole nother ball game. What is this Patel dude doing in my chat? Let me see what you said. Oh God. Let me hide you completely. Did I hide him? No, let me undo. Okay. All right, guys, let me scroll all the way down. That's my Aries sister. We go for deodorant 0 to 10 within seconds. Yes. Will you bless Kitty Lover? Okay, I will. I sure will, baby. I'm glad I read that, Granny. And I got you, Kitty Lover. Look, Kitty Lover. Oh my God, Kitty Lover. Look what I got right here. That's your Cash App. So that was meant to happen. Sitting right on my bed. Why was it sitting on my bed, Kitty Lover? That's how I love those kind of blessings. Those blessings don't be by accident. Why is this on my thing? Why? Well, I was writing on it, but I still had it. I told you I write stuff on, napkins and carrying on. Jackie Thomas, hi, beautiful. Let me see if I missed anything. April, not you nor anyone else can make me step out of character. It's on me always. 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 No one can. Yeah, Riri, it is sick. It's something, That's beyond boundaries of roasting or, being on here to make money, to say things. It's beyond all of that. It's a demonic thing. It's a dark, demonic place. And like I said, we choose to go there or we choose not to. Granny said, when it comes from a place of ignorance, then it's not funny. Exactly, Granny. Exactly. That's why I talked about the unintellectual and the intellectual. I'm home now, Miss April in chat. You're speaking facts. Enjoy your pre-birthday. Yeah. Yeah, my birthday's on Tuesday. But listen, Gwen, I couldn't it wouldn't allow me to listen to that voice message you sent me. I kept trying it and trying it. The last one you sent. So I just wanted to let you know that. If you're still here, baby. Hi, Lynette. I'm just saying hi to people and then seeing if there's any new words or new comments. Not words, comments. Because I do love what y'all be saying. And thank you again, Granny, for my blessings. I appreciate that very much. We know what it is. And y'all was ready to jam. Go listen to that song. Matter of fact, I'm going to go play it when I get off because I haven't heard it in a long time. And speaking of that, let me stop rambling and get up out of here. Love y'all. Thank you for listening. I'm going to put this on members only.